comme says Mo.
Hello.
Dali lang.
My...
Time travel.
Yeah, I know. My name's Sam. Bang! I went, my name's Sam Small. Bang! Bang! I went, my name's Sam Small and I'm from the future. I've no time to explain, but it's bang! Fuck it. I went, my name's Sam Small and I'm from the future. I've no time to explain, but it's vitally... Bang! Fuck it. Shh, bang! I went, my name's Sam Small and I'm from the future. I've no time to explain, but it's vitally important. Let me finish it. My name's Sam Small and I'm from the future. Let me explain. I'm standing over 6 of my own dead bodies, one for each time that I've travelled. There's me as a woman. The first time I travelled time, I went back to see my parents when they were young. Some years later, when I was born in that timeline, I came out a lady. I don't know what changed, but it must have been significant. Always did make a pretty hot lady, though. Kind of did think I would, so no surprises there. The second time I travelled time, I met my own mum when she was pregnant with me. A strange feeling seeing a bump that I used to occupy. I said hello, asked her if she was excited for the pregnancy. She said she was. They'd been trying for a while and thought I might have been impossible. She asked me what my name was. I said, you don't want to know. She said that I looked familiar. I said, I'm sure we'll meet soon. That changed me again, made me taller, broader, look a lot more like my father than my mother. I don't know what part of these meetings made each of these changes. It's not an exact science, but I continued to travel. The third time I travelled time, I went back to the beginning, right to the beginning, trying to prove that God never existed. I did meet a carpenter called Jesus, but I didn't see any miracles. He said it was timing. It was my own fault for getting there late, but it's okay if you missed him because there's 12 pals over there writing a book about him. He said it didn't matter. Even if you had seen them, Sam, man, you'd still want more proof. He said, I love you, and I know you've travelled a long way, but sometimes you've just got to have faith. I guess some things never change. The fourth time I travelled time, things started to go wrong. I met myself in the future. When I was in the past, it was the version of me that had changed when I met Jesus. He said I'd really fucked up the planet. He said World War II never ended. The Beatles never happened. The synthesizer, the drum machine, and the laptop weren't invented. The only place techno now exists is in your memory and imagination. We need to bring everyone back. Reset civilization. I said how? And he said, you are exactly where you want to be. You don't have to go back in time to change history. If you wanted to be a scuba diver, you'd have a tank on your back and you'd be underwater. If you wanted to be a doctor, you should have tried harder in 4th year. If you wanted to be married, you should have popped the question. If you wanted to be sober, then you should have stopped drinking. If you want to know where you came from, you should have asked your parents. And if you wanted to be a poet, you'd probably be reading a story about time travel to a room full of your peers. Now you have to travel time again. Explain the plan to me in the past so I can tell you, then round up all the versions of us and trick them so they kill themselves. Do you think you can handle that? And I said, hell yes. And you've already seen how that ended at the start. But the last time I traveled time, I never made any changes. I just went to the very end of civilization. I saw how we reacted as the sun swallowed us up as it ended. Took a while to find us because we've been living on Mars for the past 1,000 years. Didn't talk to anyone. Didn't look up my great to the power of 1,000,000 grandson. Didn't go to any gigs, even though the Rolling Stones were still touring, doing one last reunion to the population of the moon. I just wanted to remind myself how small I really am. Just a tiny blue dot on a big black map. Everyone you've ever loved, known, or hated, every war, every death, every fresh newborn baby is just half a pixel on the screen that is this universe. Because no matter what you see, man, you'll always need more proof. The entire works of William Shakespeare could fit in one fucking e-book. Sometimes you gotta believe that what you're doing is good. And I love you, man. I know you've traveled a long way, but sometimes you've just got to have faith. Sure.